Welcome back to the Shepherds campaign for Freespace 2 here on Paladin Gaming. We're going to the 6th mission of the campaign, a game of Feints. July 17th, 2367 in Gamma Draconis. The front line has shifted to Capella. An operation to break through the Shivan fleet in Gamma Draconis is launched. At 29:30 Vasudan Standard Time, the final ships of our fleet still in the nebula entered Gamma Draconis and jumped to our rallying point. With our forces gathered, Admiral Nekba has devised a plan that will both create an avenue of escape for our ships while striking a major blow to the Shivan fleet. Preceding our arrival, Alpha 1 conducted a solo reconnaissance mission into Gamma Draconis to determine the strength of the enemy's fortifications. Alpha 1 encountered a Ravana-class destroyer, the SD Nebiros, which we have yet to locate since our arrival, although the possibility exists that the destroyer has since moved on to Capella. Although the possibility exists that the destroyer has since moved on to Capella, our scans of the warship's navigation subsystem determined that it was not departing for the node. Admiral Nekba believes that the Nebiros is currently waiting for us to make the next move so that it may ambush us. Our plan is to draw out the Nebiros and destroy it. In 1 hour, several of our warships and squadrons will split up and strike multiple Shivan targets of opportunity in an effort to force the Nebiros out of hiding. The 563rd and 567th will attack a large cargo depot located in the inner part of the system, while the 33rd Squadron will monitor the Nebula node for Shivan reinforcements. The GVCv Syracuse and the 411th will engage a Shivan mustering point where several cruisers are gathering. As for the 36th, we are tasked with harassing a large Shivan supply convoy moving through the system. Alright. The convoy, designated an Armada, consists of nearly a dozen ships, including an escorting cruiser and at least 2 fighter wings. By tracking Shivan movement in this sector, we have an accurate location of where this convoy will exit subspace to re-energize their jump drives. Alpha and Beta, you will be taking part in this mission. This operation will be divided into 3 stages. For the first stage, your wings will be sortied to this location and wait for the convoy's arrival. Upon the convoy entering your field of engagement, you will signal the GVCv Maahes, escorted by Omicron Wing from the 203rd Scorpions, and begin your attack. We estimate you will only have around 4 minutes before the freighters escape into subspace. However, destroying the convoy in its entirety is not your primary objective. Once the area is clear of all Shivan targets, you will begin the second part of this operation. The Maahes will remain on station, patrolling the area to provoke a Shivan response. Your goal here will be to ensure the corvette's survival, as we anticipate the Shivans will retaliate with multiple bomber wings and possibly warships. By defeating these forces, we hope to present a credible enough threat to force the Nebiros to enter the area and challenge us. Should the Shivan destroyer arrive, Admiral Nekba will commit the Memphis to a direct engagement against the vessel. Your task during this phase of the operation will be to disarm the Nebiros' beam cannons, in particular its 2 primary cannons, and intercept bomber craft sorted against the Memphis. Additional fighter and bomber wings are being held in reserve should this engagement occur, so you can expect immediate allied reinforcement during the final stage of the mission. Should the Nebiros emerge at another engagement or if an unexpected development occurs, Memphis Tactical will issue new orders. Good luck out there, pilots. Primary objectives: harass the Shivan convoy, protect the Maahes, and lure out and destroy SD Nebiros. Secondarily, destroy the Shivan convoy. Well, we'll do our best. Okay. Right. This, unlike Scroll, this campaign's not modded to let the turret carry the Maxim. Okay. We all know the AI doesn't use those appropriately, so we'll do that. Alright, seems good. Let's hit it. Memphis Alpha 2, Alpha and Beta wings have arrived at mission coordinates for negative visual on that convoy. Stand by and prepare to engage, pilots. Recon has sighted the convoy inbound to your location. They should be exiting subspace shortly. Memphis Tactical out. This does not make sense. Why is the Admiral not committed to a full-scale push against the node? The juggernaut could be upon us at any time. We would certainly no longer be permitted to escape then. I've heard rumors that Admiral Nekbo and his command staff are awaiting some sort of signal. Perhaps GTVA High Command intends to launch a counter-offensive to retake this system? Unlikely. With what? The Colossus? She barely took down one juggernaut and is still licking her wounds. Command would be stupid to send her here to face down another Sathanas with a full fleet supporting it. Rumors are just that, rumors. No one's going to send the Colossus here without additional backup. All of our destroyers are busy covering the evacuations or limping their way back to Vega or Epsilon Pegasi. That would be a tactical error indeed. Maybe instead... Greetings! Number of convoys into the area. I'm counting 9 freighters, 1 transport, 1 cruiser, and 2 fighter wings. Signaling Maahes now. Escorting fighters are breaking off to attack. Brace yourselves. Alright, clear the fighters and then get to work on this convoy. Alright, fighters are down. Let's hit it. Let's hit them. Hard and fast. Let's go. Admiral transport's breaking apart. Eat space, you sons of bitches. Alright, let's be rid of you. A wing of Manticore just jumped in. Watch your 6. Well, that's Beta's job. Oh, right. The turret has a really crappy reactor. Both these cargo haulers have been destroyed. GVCv Maahes station, they're initiating plasma core insertion and targeting the SC Hydra. Oh, probably taking out that beam cannon. Oh, it's a cane. The Maahes has got this. Omicron wing and the bombers are approaching us. 225 intercept their warheads. No more bombers. Destroy more than half the convoy. Keep it up. Ah, they're jumping out. Secondary objective failed. Oh well. The Hydra's going down as one less threat to the fleet. Got him. That's it for the fighters. Nice shooting. We lost half a beta wing. Alright, that'll stir up the hornet's nest. Memphis, this is the Maahes. We've completed phase 1 of the operation, beginning patrol pattern now. Roger that, Captain Coyote. Be advised that the other operations are now underway, so expect the Shivans to react. We will update you as the situation changes. Pilots, advise you call in for a support ship to rearm Memphis out. Way ahead of you, Memphis. Hey, Nahibu, what was all that about before we launched? I beg your pardon, Alpha 2? You and Commander Prim. I'd taken my translator out for a moment and was inspecting my helmet, and Alphas 1 and 3 hadn't arrived on deck yet. Ah yes, Commander Prim was concerned about my flight performance during our last mission. He was giving me pointers, as you would say. Ah, jeez. I see. Just from his body language, he seemed pretty riled up, maybe even angry. For a second, it looked like he was going to drag you out of your fighter. It is nothing serious, Alpha 2. Now let's return to the mission at hand. The Shivans may arrive any moment. Huh. More Terrans flying Vasudan craft? Truly a sight to behold. The way they fly makes it obvious. Thanks? I don't think it was a compliment. Peace, Omicron 2. Have you already forgotten who one of our last wing leaders was? Checkpoint reached. Incoming. Contact wing of Basilisk who jumps in. Shivan bombers going down, they arrive soon. Alpha 1 should be ready to chase them down before they get within firing range of the Maahes. Right on cue. 5 Nahimas on approach. Ooh, close range. Relatively. Fourth of nine, moderate damage. Bombers are down. Nice, here. We're currently engaged with Shivan strike craft. Operation 2 is planned. Install status report. Okay. The Admiral wants to keep on the offensive Memphis out. Okay. I'm missing a lot of dialogue here. Attack plot's clear. Seraphim bombers are jumping in. They're putting pressure on us. Acknowledged. Okay. Bombers are down. We have nullified the first wave of attackers, but remain vigilant. The Shivans will not let this go unpunished. Let's load up support. Thank you. Let's catch up with the Maahes. Beta 4 calling for rearm. Maahes, Memphis, our scouts were driven away from the nebular node, but report that the SD Steno is heading straight for your location, with bomber support. Destroy that cruiser as soon as it arrives. Thank you for the warning, Memphis. We shall deal with the threat like any other. Pilots, prepare for contact. Oh boy, the Sathanas is emerged from subspace. Intercept Sagittarius swing as quickly as possible. We'll do Maahes, those bombers won't get within breathing distance of you. Is that it? Saturn say which I am unfamiliar with. He's probably getting more close to that Corvette Alpha 4. Be rid of that beam turret. There. I should be able to take it apart at leisure now. Where's that stinger? Valak. Another cruiser jumping in Kane class. We must protect the Maahes at all costs. Valak objectives neutralized. Coordinates received, we are jumping out now. What? Coordinates received, what? Omicron Wing, the GVCv Syracuse requests reinforcements of their field of engagement. We are diverting you to there immediately. Stand by for new coordinates. Alright. How are you holding up, Maahes? That last fight was a pretty tough one. 30% looks like. The Valak's beams penetrated multiple compartments during the last engagement. We've taken casualties, but we must push on no matter the cost. Hopefully we've gotten Nebiros' attention. I doubt we'll beat back another attack like that. We won't beat the Nebiros either. Oh boy, lost Beta 4. We have 5 fighters left to keep this Corvette together. There. Alright, you big ugly bastard, where are you? Your hopes may have been answered, Alpha 2. Maahes to Memphis. We are detecting a large suspect signature inbound in our position. Data suggests destroyer configuration. We remain in confirmation of the Nebiros' arrival. Oh boy. Understood, Captain. Helm, spool up our jump drive on all hands to battle stations. Once those beams are down, we will jump in and move it up alongside the destroyer's flank. I just hope we can disarm that thing in time. I don't want to see the Maahes of Memphis suffer the same fate as the Ionia. Fearing over the past will only set one up to falter in the time of great need, Alpha 3. Our survival depends on us removing this obstacle of terror. We will vanquish this threat. If we do this right, we'll be giving the rest of the fleet a much-needed morale boost, too. Let's not fail, Alpha 1. Sure, put it all on me, Charge. There she is, SD Nebiros on sensors. We see it on our telemetry, Alpha 3. Alpha Wing, concentrate your firepower on the 2 forward beams. The Maahes will be hold its position to lure the Nebiros closer for when we arrive. Maahes, here we're powering down conventional engines and preparing our jump drives. Mara fighters designated Taurus have launched from the Nebiros. Don't let them interfere with your mission, pilots. One of the Ravana's primary turrets is down, one remains. Both the Nebiros' beams are down. Memphis, you're clear to enter the area. This is the GVD Memphis. We are now on station. Maahes, you have permission to withdraw to the rally point. Affirmative, Memphis. Thank you for your cover, pilots. Engaging subspace drives now. Huh. Roger, Memphis assuming normal defensive posture now. Power V's. Memphis is a Syracuse actual. The SD Hypnus has just broken off from our field of engagement. We vector it to head in your vicinity. Be advised, its main cannon is damaged and still operational. Understood, Captain De Palma. Alpha Wing, be ready to disarm that cruiser. We're preparing to launch a wing of bombers to nullify the warship. You heard him, Alpha. Be ready to close the distance on the Hypnus as soon as it arrives. The SD Hypnus is emerged from subspace. All stations brace for heavy beam fire. Where is it? Where is it? Oh boy. As you put paid to that, the list primary beam cannon has been destroyed. Sufficient power has been available to fully power one of our beam cannons. Additional vessel core insertion is now underway. Oh, you want some of me? Ah! Our hull is straight into the pressure's bombardment. Double that cover, pilots. God damn it! Why didn't you lock? Alright, fine. Why are we fading out? Another one? By the prophets of Vasudan. The Maahes emerges in Memphis' stern. Extreme power spikes on its main beams. Memphis, help on a course to the outer region. Gamma Draconis. Lines break for emergency jump. Pilots, you are to follow us out immediately. Memphis, get out of here. God damn it. Alpha, get them off me! Andromel's dragons, please activate your drives. I would love to. Come on, come on, come on! Welcome back aboard the Memphis, pilots. I'm afraid that our mission did not exactly go as planned. The presence of the SD Maahes, which likely arrived shortly after Signal Wing was driven away from the Nebula node, has reduced our chance of escaping Gamma Draconis, and the damage sustained during the battle left the Memphis in a reduced state of effectiveness. Our engineers are presently hard at work repairing what they can, and hopefully we can get the rest of our primary beam weapons operational before our next engagement. Since we have entered Gamma Draconis, we have suffered minor losses to our fighter and bomber wings. So far, we have avenged these souls with the destruction of 6 Shivan warships and numerous smaller craft. Dozens of Shivan cargo units were destroyed in the concurrent depot raid, and we hope that this will relieve our forces fighting on the front lines in Capella. Additionally, a new scouting wing deployed to the Nebula node has just reported that the SD Nebiros has now withdrawn from the system, likely to repair the damage we inflicted upon it. This can still be counted as a partial victory. The fleet is rendezvousing at a new rallying point from where we will make the necessary repairs before advancing on the Capella node. Get some rest while you can. Dismissed. For abandoning your post, you'll be detained until you return to Allied space with his court-martial. Cowardice embarrasses your species, Terran. Okay, no recommendations. 4 total kills with 1 assist. I did have to use a checkpoint. 4 Tower V bombers. So, this was a game of Feints, the 6th mission of the Shepherd's campaign for Freespace 2 here on Paladin Gaming. This is Paladin Gaming signing off.